Hi there! Do you guys remember The Wizard of Oz, that saying, lions, tigers, and bears, oh my? I always loved that lyric, and I was thinking about it, and I'm thinking, what's scarier than that? And I think I can kind of come up with a few things. Depression, anxiety, fear, trauma, panic, sadness, loneliness. Lions, tigers, and bears have nothing on all of that stuff. So taking it out of the movie real world, R-E-E-L, let's bring it into the real world, R-E-A-L. And it's time to get a little real. Now, if you're watching this and you read my blogs and you watch my videos, you're probably on the same page with me that although we like to think positive, sometimes, just stuff is hard. And so being realistic with that and kind of coming to the same page of we all kind of deal with these struggles, and how do we do that and still be, positive? Because we're all kind of dealing with some serious shit sometimes. So how do we move forward? And not just that, but how do we take a second and kind of stop and be like, wow, this is a lot that I'm dealing with. I'm trying to carry a lot. And this girl was over here talking about goal setting and planning. And as much as I truly believe in all of that stuff, and I think it's freaking awesome and really important to get us where we need to be, it's also just as important, if not more important, to get real with ourselves and start from the beginning of observing where we're at to even figure out where the heck we're going to go forward, or how we're even going to kind of get up in the morning and take one step forward with everything we're carrying, all of the baggage and everything we're dealing with. Better get, take all of those steps and goal plan and think positive when sometimes we're just struggling with all of those serious, significant mental health issues. And although I do life coaching at the end, beginning, middle of every day, I will always be a mental health counselor. And so I really want to ensure that that stuff is brought into when we're struggling with barriers that we have. A lot of those barriers are a lot of our negative thoughts, but obviously they come from, real situations in our lives. So what do we do with all of that? One of the first things that I work with with my clients, and honestly with myself, is the cognitive behavior therapy and a log for that. So there's a way to kind of work through this, and one is the log that is going to have a link in the article in the blog, but also I'll show it to you guys here. So it's, if you can see it, cognitive behavior therapy log. So you start by just tracking the situation, the thoughts you're having, and then related feelings to that. And once we kind of really start to first identify what the heck's going on, then we'll know how to move forward, a little bit. And I have my blog in front of me because I put a lot of stuff in here, so I want to make sure I cover all the bases. What do we do about it, and do I think positive thinking really works? No, I don't. So I bet you didn't think I would say that. I don't think positive thinking works. I don't care how many times you stare at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm going to be a millionaire, and have a million sticky notes all around it. Positive thinking is not enough. It's great, but it's not enough. We also have to have kind of those action steps to kind of move forward, right? But how do we do that if we're only moving forward and we're not saying, oh yeah, I'm stuck, I'm standing in sinking sand, but I have all these big goals over here. I'll just keep thinking about that and not, take check and do a reality check of where I'm at. So that honestly is the first step, and so important to even beginning to move forward. So I don't always talk about the step that kind of gets you unstuck. I talk more about the forward thinking, which is good, but we can't, again, move forward without really observing where we're at in our in the situations we're going through, thoughts we're having, and related feelings. So how do we stop that kind of vicious cycle? In the blog, I list diagrams of some significant mental health issues that we all kind of do struggle with. It's out there on the internet in everyone's heads, not just yours. It's whether that's depression, OCD, trauma, anxiety, panic. We all have this kind of vicious cycle of thoughts related to that, related feelings to that, and then we have behaviors that come out of that, and it's kind of this vicious loop no matter what we're dealing with. And you can read a lot about this stuff online because everybody's dealing with this stuff, so you're not alone. So I kind of wanted to just ensure that that's out there. This is not something that just you're listening to or just you're reading about. You're not alone, and there's lots of ways to work through this, but to me, this is one of the most helpful ways to really begin to start getting real with yourself, identify where you're at, and then therefore, once we know where we're at, we can even figure out what the first step to move forward even is, or how do I unload all of this baggage when I can barely stand up with all this stuff I'm carrying. Better yet, kind of overcoming, walking over barriers and overcoming mountains and things like that. How do I even get there? And the first step is just getting real with yourself and saying, wow, I'm dealing with a lot of stuff right now, and this is what's going on, and this is where I'm at. No wonder I can't move forward. No wonder I can't be like everyone else that I see out there doing so awesome. But trust me, you are not alone. We all deal with this stuff, and I work with this with my clients, but also with myself, and kind of overcoming these. And if I can ever help you guys, please reach out to me. Definitely check out the blog. Follow post notifications so you know when new things are coming. And then again, on that blog on Inherent Strength, you'll be able to see the log. You can get an example or a copy of the log, as well as some different diagrams of different cycles of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors for anxiety, depression, all of that. So it's time to get real with ourselves, figure out where the heck we're at, what the heck we're thinking, so that we can identify that and overcome that and move forward through all of the struggles that we all deal with at different points in our lives. Great talking with you. A little bit of a lengthy video. Hopefully I covered all my bases. I'm sure if I didn't, it's in the blog, and you can always reach out directly to me as well. 727-744-8732. Remember, we all have the ability to reach our big, baddest, awesome goals despite all of the stuff we're dealing with in the moment. But let's together work together to develop our inherent strength to overcome all of those barriers and reach our goals. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great week. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.